Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus and welcome to Livestream Tuesday. It's a bit of a late start tonight because I pressed the go live button on the software and it was literally blanked out. So for some reason it wasn't working. Always happens on a Tuesday. The software works fine for over a week now and then it starts to mess up. But anyway, back to the show. Phil here, Wings of Pegasus. As you can see, thank you anybody that is tuning in now. Hopefully this is actually going live. Now last time I did set up a comments thing, so here we go, we can see it. Okay, now let me just try and get this up on my screen so I can see what's going on. Hi guys, thanks for tuning in and for joining me and for waiting as well if you were waiting, because it took 22 minutes for me to try and organize it, because what I had to do was manually put in the destination and all the server information as to where I wanted to send this because it wasn't working in the software. So, bit of a nightmare so far, but hopefully this is all working now. So, I'm going to just say a massive thank you first of all to all of my patrons. I think maybe there might be an issue with the microphone as well. It sounds like it's going a bit crackly. Let me know if you're hearing a crackly mic. Okay, so we've got audio crackle. So it did work, but not quite. So what I'm going to try and do is maybe play a video for you guys and hopefully you'll be able to hear the video whilst I unplug all of my audio stuff and plug it in again and try and get it to work. Hopefully that's going to work. I'm going to put everyone's names down here. Those are my patrons and I know this is going to be crackly, so I'll start a video. This is going to be my live version of We Can Fall Down, one of my original tracks, and I'm going to try and fix this audio and see if it works when we come back. So fingers crossed, and I'll see you guys after this. Rock!
I got
And there we go, that was my original track called We Can Fall Down, and we're just ironing out some issues at the moment because I think a few people said that they couldn't hear it or they couldn't see it or something was going wrong, but then some other people are saying that it's fine. So maybe if you try refreshing the screen, maybe that will make it better, because if it's working for some people, I don't know why it won't be working for others. And I had an interesting thing last week was about 20 people was sat waiting to see me go live, but I was already live, so the show was actually going on, and I don't know how they didn't get to see the show, so something weird went on last week. But hopefully this is going to work for you guys if you want to refresh the screen and see if that works. And if it isn't working for you and then you do that and it does work, maybe if you could leave a comment, that'd be good, so that yeah, it all works. So it sounds like the voice crackle's gone. I thought that by disconnecting all the audio software and hardware that maybe we'd lose the audio, but it seems like we're okay so far. So we're absolutely, you know, getting through by the skin of our teeth at the moment. Everything seems to be working, which is great. And the names here you can see are my patrons. A massive hello to you guys, you know who you are, and thank you guys for making these videos possible. These are the guys that make this possible. And hang on, I can just see going through, we've got Leonard Duke, who has just donated $10, so thank you so much for that. Leonard, let me see if this super chat thing is going to come up in the corner. I think it has done. I can't see the top of my screen. There we go. And we've also got Brad, and I think Brad donated at the end or after last week's live stream, because it says there 12:53 AM, which is in the future if we're talking about now. So thank you, Brad, for donating in the past or in the future, and a massive thank you to Leonard as well, who's just donated $10. But anyway, these are the patrons here. Thank you guys for your support making these videos possible and my analysis videos possible as well. So I want to get into this week, or should I say last week, because it was an interesting week last week, because I was invited down to the Hammersmith Apollo, is the venue that it's normally called here, but I think it's called the Eventim Apollo now because the sponsorship has changed. But anyway, Buck Dharma from Blue Oyster Cult invited me down to hang out with the guys and check out their tour, London date of their tour in the UK. So I was there on Friday, and I've actually got the, let me see if I can find the video, because Buck did a quick video on his phone, which was, I think, for one of his websites or a forum or something like that, but I managed to steal this off him. So this is me and Buck, and just before their show, that was last Friday night at Hammersmith Apollo. So let me see if this is going to work. I'll try and get it up on screen. I don't know if these things are going to go. That one's gone, and I'll leave this one down here, and I'm not sure whether it's going to get in the way or not, because everything's in reverse, I can't point at it. There we go. So this is me and Buck. Rock.
Hello. Yeah, we're back here at the, what they used to call the Hammersmith Odeon, with Phil of Wings of Pegasus. Hello. He's our guest tonight, and glad to have him. I'm sure it's going to be a fun time for all of us. You're listening to the Temperance Movement. He's supporting us on this tour. Very good band. Check them out.
And can I just say a massive thank you to this guy for inviting me down in the first place.
Hey.
So thank you, Buck. What a legend.
Okay. Bye.
And there we go. There was Buck and I. And can I just say straight off the bat, what a cool guy Buck is, and just a really nice guy as well, because I was going to the venue, and like with all venues, they have security at the front, and I had a camera there, and they were saying that I wasn't allowed in because I've got a camera, and they didn't allow that. And you know, like Buck said after the event, everyone's got a camera on their phone. But anyway, yeah, so they said that I wasn't kind of allowed to go through with my camera, but at that very moment, Buck was calling me on the phone, and I was trying to say to them that Buck Dharma, the actual guy whose show this is, and his band have asked me to come down. So anyway, long story short, Buck just met me around the side of the venue and let me in kind of the side door. So Buck, just a really cool guy, even just for just ringing me to see how I was getting on and whether I was okay and whether I found it okay. But yeah, so Buck, what I love about that video as well is that he's such a cool guy. He goes, in that video goes, hello, yeah. he's got such a cool way about him, and just a really genuine nice guy. And it was great to hang out with the guys and mostly chat about music stuff and gear, like Line 6 and all the different stuff that they use and I use, and amplifiers and condenser mics and all that kind of interesting stuff. I find it interesting, but maybe not necessarily that interesting to other people. But just what a great guy Buck is. And you can see in that video, even when I'm just saying, you know, a massive thank you to Buck for inviting me in the first place. He's such a humble guy. You can see that he gets a little bit embarrassed about it, but he's just a top guy and a top player as well. And they're still on tour here in the UK. So check out the website, the Blue Oyster Cult website, in order to get their dates. But they'll be going back to the USA, so I'll have to maybe next week maybe give some dates for people to go check them out, because they've still got it. And I am proof that they've still got it, because I was there at the side of the stage and I had an all-access pass to like just go wherever I wanted to. So it's a great night and some great music as well. But anyway, let's have a little look down the list here. And we've got Laurie in the house. Hello, Laurie and Glenn and Bruninho and Jim. And Jim's saying, how do you watch this? I think Jim's having some problems. I don't know why that might be. I don't know why it would go off in, maybe it doesn't happen or work in certain countries, I don't know. But maybe during the next video I'll message Jim to see where he is, to see if we can get it to working. But yeah, unfortunately it seems like it's not. But hopefully you guys can see it and it's working for other people here. Maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed. But thank you guys all for tuning in. It's massively appreciated. I want to also talk about this video that I did on a band called Fanny from the USA, and I mentioned about how it had a different meaning here as well. But that was blocked, unfortunately, after the event, quite a while after I uploaded it. But I don't want to get into that too much now. We'll maybe watch another video before I get into that, because this was a request over on Patreon. So I was putting this together before the live stream came on air, and well, about 20 minutes before, because then the software didn't work. But hopefully you guys like this. This is requested over on Patreon, and this is my cover of I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith. I hope you guys like this, and I'll see you afterwards, and maybe we can try and get Jim in the house to actually watch this, but we will see after this. So I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. Here's my cover. Rock.
Stay awake just to hear you breathing, watch you smile while you are sleeping, while you're far away dreaming. I could spend my life in this sweet surrender. I could stay lost in this moment forever. Every moment spent with you is a moment I treasure. I don't wanna close my eyes, I don't wanna fall asleep, cause I miss you, babe. And I don't wanna miss a thing, cause even when I dream of you, the sweetest dream will never do. I still miss you, babe, and I don't wanna miss a thing. Lying close to you, feeling your heart beating, and I wonder what you're dreaming. I wonder if it's me you're seeing, and I kiss your eyes. Thank God we're together. I just want to stay with you in this moment forever, forever and ever. I don't want to close my eyes, I don't want to fall asleep, cause I miss you, babe, and I don't want to miss a thing, cause even when I dream of you, the sweetest dream will never do. I still miss you, babe, and I don't want to miss a thing. I don't want to miss one smile, I don't want to miss one kiss, I just wanna be with you, right here with you, just like this. I just wanna hold you close, feel your body close to mine, and we'll stay in this moment for all the rest of time. Yeah, yeah. Don't wanna close my eyes, I don't wanna fall asleep, 'cause I miss you, babe, and I don't wanna miss a thing. 'Cause even when I dream of you, the sweetest dream will never do. I still miss you, babe, and I don't wanna miss a thing. I don't wanna miss a thing.
And there we go, that was my cover of I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith, and that was just hacked by me off YouTube or from YouTube before I came online, so that's why the links were still on the video, and then I kind of put the audio to it as well. I was rushing around just before the video, but I'm not sure if Jim's in the house yet or not, but Laurie said that if you go out and then come back in again, you might be able to see the show, but of course maybe he can't see that or even get this advice because he's not watching the show. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Right, at the moment we've got 119 people, and I haven't yet said please hit the like button if you can. That would be great, because if everyone hits the like button now, maybe we can get just loads of likes in one foul swoop, just straight away. But let's see. So everyone, if you could hit the thumbs up, that would be massively appreciated. And I'm not sure how many, I never get to see how many likes there are, so I can't follow it apart from people that comment, and then I can see what's going on. But thank you guys for hitting the like button last week, even though the week before that as well, with all those gremlins that were in the system. Had a few gremlins tonight, but hopefully this is going to be okay for tonight with this live stream. It took a little while to get it going, but hopefully it's going to work now. So Dan says 89 likes now and 96. So everyone hit that like button. Let's do a rush on the like button. That would be fantastic if you could do that. It'd be massively appreciated. And another thing, right, let me get back to where I was on that Fanny video, because yeah, it was blocked by the TV company that owned the footage. So it wasn't blocked by, I think it was a Marvin Gaye song actually, originally. It was a cover of a track that they were performing. So it wasn't from the copyright holders of the music, it's the copyright holders of the image. And the thing that I kind of get a little bit annoyed about is that the company, every video that I do, if it has copywritten material on it, which is usually most of the stuff because I'm looking at well-known guitarists and well-known songs, if that is copywritten, it means that the copyright holders can either block it or they can put adverts on the video. And I'm sure you've seen, if you watch my videos on YouTube, that they have an advert at the beginning. Some, I've experienced as well, put an advert in the middle of the video, and they can basically put an advert wherever they want to maximize their revenue from my video on my channel. So that's what a lot of people do, and you'll see a lot of adverts on copywritten material so that they're actually getting some money for me doing a video on them. So it's win-win, because it means that they're making money and I'm getting to talk about guitarists people might not have necessarily heard of before and get their music out there, maybe sell a few more albums. If they're on tour, maybe sell a few tour tickets. This was the annoying thing about the video, was that June actually, June was actually singing, playing guitar, and she commented on the video underneath, and I actually put that at the top and pinned it up there, and I think she had over 60 or 70 replies to that, and a lot of people just saying about where can I get tickets to see you perform, where can I get your music, and all this kind of stuff. But then the TV company have now blocked it so that those people potentially won't find out where to go to get that. But it's just annoying because the TV company could be making money from the video, and they can put as many adverts on it as they like, so that it's still up there. Means that Fanny will get more exposure. If you're watching this in the UK, apologies for that statement, but it just gets more music out there and just spreads that word of music. And it seems like this week has just been a week of talking about copyrights and people not getting what they're due and all that kind of stuff. And this is the opposite side of it, where the people that have actually owned the copyrights are enforcing the law, but the law has not been taken advantage of. All it is trying to promote, if anything, their TV channel as well, because people will know which TV channel it came from. So yeah, it's just a bit annoying that it's been blocked. But having said that, in the future maybe it will become unblocked, because I have had videos that have been unblocked. I mentioned John McLaughlin, I think, was one of those guys who his video was initially blocked just because the computers blocked it, but then he allowed me to use that. So, and I've had that quite a few times with quite a lot of different artists, where they've at a later date allowed me then to use their footage on the channel, because they've probably seen a little bit of a spike in the interest and people buying their stuff. So yeah, I think it's just one of those things about music. Sometimes common sense doesn't prevail, and it'd just be great just for people to be able to enjoy music and spread it around, and for people to spread the word about bands if they haven't heard of them before, and just get more people into it. But anyway, that's my 2 cents, as they say. Just a little bit of a rant for tonight. But it's just one of those things. I thought it was annoying just because June was involved in it, in terms of, you know, giving praise for the video, but also interacting with so many people that didn't actually know her music before. So the fact that that was taken away was a bit disappointing. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in and for watching this and my analysis videos on YouTube. Hello, old Jennifer's in the house, and Tara and Scott. We've got Truth Seeker as well, Michael and Adam Fox. Let me just try and read this out quickly. Adam said YouTube could arrange a deal with these companies where they get a royalty whenever a video was moved. A video features their content if they wanted to. So yeah, I mean, that is pretty much the deal, that they get money from the adverts, and that's how it works. I think a lot of copyright holders that automatically block their stuff being used don't necessarily know about that you can make, if they're getting a lot of views as well, if they've got a decent fan base and decent subscriber list on YouTube, they can be making a decent amount of money. So sometimes the wisest thing isn't, you know, to instantly block it, but just to let it see what happens. And a lot of copyright holders do actually do that. They wait to see how that video performs, and if it doesn't perform very well, they take it down. But if it gets quite a lot of views, then they can make a decent amount of money from it. But anyway, let's have a little look here, because we did have a donation from Jennifer, and that is that $20? It's really small on my screen, but it looks like that's $20. So thank you so much for that, Jennifer. And it didn't pop up earlier because I wasn't concentrating on things, but thank you so much for that. And then we've got Lulu Girl as well. This is really small on my screen. Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger so that I can make sure that I'm getting this right. So we've got, yeah, Lulu Girl $4.99, and she says, so are you doing this every Tuesday? So yes, this is my live stream. I do this every Tuesday night. On the other evenings I do analysis videos, but on Tuesday it's just my live stream night where I just chat to people, see what's going on, and yeah, just interact with you guys. And thank you all for watching my videos and watching the analysis videos and for watching this live stream. Thank you guys for tuning in, it's massively appreciated, and hitting that like button. If you could hit that like button, that would be really appreciated as well. So thank you guys, everyone, for tuning in, and I think maybe it might be time for another video, and I'm not sure what I was going to play. The video actually that gets requested quite a lot is a song that I did, which is great that people request my song all the time, but it's a track that was called Running Blind that I did, and people seem to like that one, so I might play that in a second if you guys actually want to see it. I have to find it because it's one of those videos that for some reason, whenever I'm looking down the list of videos, it always evades my eyesight, and I don't know why it is or why that happens. But I'm going to get this going now. This is one of my tracks called Running Blind. I hope you guys enjoy this one, and I'll see you guys after this is played. Rock! And it hasn't gone live, so maybe this is not going to work. Let's see what happens. Okay, fingers crossed that this is going to work. Hopefully, let's see what happens. Hopefully, I'll see you in a few minutes if this is going to work. Second time lucky. guys, I'd like to say a big thank you for checking out my new song and also for watching the video. And I'd also like to say a huge thank you to my amazing patrons whose names you can see here. They've made this all possible with their support, so thank you guys, your support is amazing. If you want to get involved and become a winger yourself and join me on the journey, you can go to here. If you want to see any more videos with me you can go to here. That's pretty much it. Have a great day everyone, catch you later, rock! And there we go, that was my track called Running Blind. And then there was me at the end as well with kind of a lot shorter hair. I really overdue a haircut. I mean, this is like getting seriously long now. But anyway, so that was my track. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. And it's interesting to go back and watch the videos that have happened quite a while ago. And I'm just going to interrupt myself because is that William Uren, $20. And I'm not sure whether this is working, is it? Yes, we can see the super chat. And there we go, William just popping in at the bottom there. Thank you so much for that. It's $20. And then Laurie's just popped in and it's $4.99. Thank you, Laurie. She says, I just wanted you to say Fanny and crack a... Oh, it's missed. Hang on. And crack a gorgeous smile like last week. And then there's another line which I can't see. I don't know why this is slightly out of place because I can't see that. Hang on, let me go down. I've got to get to the bottom of this and see why it's not. Well, what's happening now? What am I doing? It's all gone wrong. But anyway, thank you, Laurie. I've got the first line of your comment, but then I can't see the second line for some reason. I don't know why that's happened. But thank you for those donations, William and Laurie. And getting back to, well, not to my hair because that's boring, but I've got a haircut tomorrow, so it's going to be a little bit shorter than it is at the moment because it's getting a little bit silly. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I was going to say about how at the end of my videos it's interesting to see the patrons' names because that's something that I've done for quite a long time, and it's funny to see maybe 10 to 15 names because now there's 109 people who are my patrons. So thank you guys so much for doing that. It's massively appreciated. Somebody was saying about PayPal. Now there should be, I know that this live stream thing has this option of the super chat thing, which you can see at the top corner there. But I do have a PayPal, but on PayPal I think you have to go to the channel page, and it should be, there's a picture on the channel page, and on the right of the picture, like in the picture, there should be like a donate button or something for PayPal there. So if you navigate to that, maybe you'll be able to find that. It should be on my channel page, so you just go to the Wings of Pegasus channel and you'll be able to see that. And let me just interrupt myself again for Cranky Ray, who's just donated $5. So thank you for that, Cranky Ray. It's massively appreciated. We're getting a lot of donations tonight. And people out there, if you are watching, please hit that like button. That would be massively appreciated. See how many likes we can get on the go for tonight. But yes, try and find that PayPal. That I know that I set it up on YouTube. I went through the whole process of trying to find that PayPal button on YouTube, so it will be in that header image of the channel. So hopefully, fingers crossed, you guys, if you want to find that, then you can do. That's where it will be at. So Sally Nielsen has just donated $5 as well, and she says, great Phil. So thank you for that, Sally, as well. Here we go. I mean, look at the list of donations. Thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate every donation. It means that I can do more. Like when I went to London on Friday, it's cool to actually have the money to, you know, get a train if I needed, or get a taxi, and all these little things that mean that I can, you know, go to gigs and do more videos and do analysis videos every night as well. I'm hoping maybe in 2019 to cut back on my work hours as well, so that I can spend a little bit more time on music and analysis videos and just writing more songs and performing and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see how it goes with the rest of the year. But thank you guys for tuning in. We've got Louisa and Stacy and Tara and Brad in the house as well. Brad is laughing his ass off at something. I don't know what that is, but Brad's having a good time. And we've got Gears73. It says, I have to agree, Phil's hair is an important part of his image. Yes, and it makes me stand out. So if people are trying to meet me anywhere, I just stand out like a sore thumb because a lot of people don't have this particular hairdo. But that's an advantage, I guess, not an advantage for being a secret agent and all that kind of stuff. Not that I'm going to be getting into that. But anyway, let's not digress too much. I'm going to maybe move on a little bit. Lots of the time. Oh, it's almost 1 AM here. I think gonna have to call this maybe a night for tonight. But before I do, if you can hit that thumbs up, that'll be much appreciated. See how many likes we can get, because I think we were doing really well before those gremlins started getting involved, because we got up to, I think, 200 or just over 200, so it's taking a little bit of time to get back up to those levels again, but hopefully this is going to work again. We've had some gremlins tonight, I don't know why that is, but I mean this week I don't think it's been jumpy. I think last week I had so much up on screen it was jumping on the live stream, but hopefully this has been smooth. So if you haven't hit that like button, if you could, that'd be really appreciated a lot. Just before I leave, I'm just going to say that from the Blue Oyster Cult gig that I was at on Friday, I did record some footage from that, and I'm going to check with Buck to see if he's okay with me using that footage to do another analysis video on their performance that I was actually there watching, because I'd like to do that. I'm going to be doing that probably tomorrow, maybe releasing it on Thursday on my Patreon page. So that'll probably be out in 4 weeks on YouTube, but it'll probably be out this week, well, before the next month, so that will be out on Thursday, I guess, and that'll be Blue Oyster Cult and me looking at them playing live whilst I was actually there by the side of the stage. So that'll be an interesting one as well to have a look at. I'm going to check with Buck, make sure that's all okay, but we'll see that over on Patreon. If you want to get involved yourself, like I said at the end of my original track, head over to patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus, and that's where all my patrons are, and that's where I go every night just to check all the messages, and I get messages on there that are personal messages to me, and I respond to all of those and just check out what's going on there every night. So you can head over to there if you want to chat to me or send me any messages personally. That's the place to go. So anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and last request to hit that like button because I'm literally gonna leave in probably a minute's time. Thank you guys for tuning in, and everyone. Steve says Blue Oyster Cult is fantastic. Saw them a couple of years ago. Great concert. Yeah, I can attest to that. It just great performance. And Buck, what I love about live is that you'll always get a different version and a different groove as well to some of the tracks, because I was talking with Jules, who's the drummer for the band, and he was just saying about working with click tracks, because I've done a video on drumming and click tracks as well. We were just discussing about that, but he said that he's really got to follow Buck because he's in control of the rhythm, even though obviously Jules can control the dynamics on the drum kit. The tempo is very much one of the things that Buck will be in charge of, and the drummer's really following the guitar and the groove that Buck's laying down. So really interesting stuff, but I'll cover all of this. Obviously I spoke to all of the band members, so I'll be able to go through that for the video this month on Patreon that will be out in a couple of days. So for my patrons down here, that'll be there for you, and if you're watching on YouTube, then it will be out in maybe 4 weeks time. But thank you guys so much for watching on YouTube, and just right at the end of the live stream we've got JB Wren, who has just donated $19.99. so thank you so much for that, JB Wren. That's much appreciated, and thank you everybody for tuning in. And Tom says, but aren't Blue Oyster Cult like 80 years old now? I don't think they're quite that old, but they are just like so youthful in their, I mean, they're playing live and they're just nailing stuff live, and they have got to be like, you know, really advancing in their years, but not that you'd be able to tell from the performance. So this is going to be cool to be able to do a video. It's the first ever video actually that I'm going to be doing where I was actually there at the gig, just standing by the side of the stage. Like I mentioned before, I had the all access pass, so I was just literally camped by the side of the stage, just watching and listening. And there were, I think, over 3,000 people there at the time. So great crowd atmosphere as well. Everyone really getting into it, and a great performance by all of them. You know, every member of Blue Oyster Cult. And I tried to focus mostly on Buck. I didn't have lots of cameras because there's a lot of problem with filming and security not really wanting you to film, even though I had Buck's permission. Yeah, I tried to get in as much as I could, but I couldn't, because this stage is so big. When you're next to the stage, you can't keep panning, you know, else people will just start to feel ill with your footage. So I've tried to get a couple of angles, but you'll be able to see that in a couple of days over on Patreon. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I'm not sure, whenever I look at these comments, I never really get what people have been talking about. Because let's have a little look. Grey Cloud, Phil, I mean, oh, 162 likes. Thanks for that, Tara. I think everyone has been saying how many likes there are, but that's great. I mean, that's pretty close to 200, so thank you so much, guys. And Tom says more cowbell, and that's one thing that Eric does when he's playing live. He'll kind of pretend to hit the cowbell. Being in the UK, we didn't really get that sketch, so I'm sure a lot of people didn't know or don't know what that refers to. So it was, I think it was Will Ferrell, was it? It might have been doing that sketch. But it's one of those things that I heard Blue Oyster Cult when I was at university, and I never got what that reference was, the more cowbell, until I then watched it on YouTube at a much later date. So yeah, it's funny that, you know, people, I mean, the amount of comments I got on my video looking at Buck that were more cowboys, more cowbell, not more cowboy. That would certainly be an image change. But the more cowbell, the amount of comments, yeah, really was a lot of comments. But thank you guys so much for watching it, and for commenting, and for watching all the other analysis videos. I'm gonna have to call it a day here. If you are watching this in the future and this isn't live, then you can still hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it if you could do that later when this isn't live. But if you have got a chance now, just quickly before we finish, that'd be great. Just hit that like button, and it really help the channel grow and maybe be able to reach a few more people, which would be great. But thank you guys. I'm going to be now signing off from this live stream. And thank you to everyone and my patrons for making this possible. And if I don't see you guys at the next analysis video, then I will see you guys at the next live stream, which will be next Tuesday, always Tuesday night. That's where I'm going to be live. If the software works, and even if the software doesn't work, like tonight, I'll find a way around it. But I will see you guys next week, or at the analysis videos, or on Facebook, or on Instagram, or on Twitter, on all the other social media. So thank you guys. I will catch you guys later. Rock!